Last year, I openly pleaded with General Mills to bring back the best cereal mascot of all time, seasonal or otherwise. And this year, it seems like they heard me loud and clear. Because Frute Brute is back, I've got multiple boxes, and I'm going to eat them. The Monster cereals are a time-honored breakfast tradition, and for many of us, they are also the first sign that the Halloween season is upon us. Count Chocula and Frankenberry first hit supermarket shelves in 1971, followed by Boo Berry in 1973. Many people believe that this is where the dynasty ended, but I'm here to tell you that that is a bold-faced lie. In 1974, a fourth monster was added to the General Mills Monster cereals line, one that many would argue never got the proper respect that he deserved. Meet Frute Brute. He's a werewolf that just wants you to try his delicious cherry and lime breakfast cereal.
I'm me, Frute Brute, with my fruit-flavored cereal, Frute Brute, part of your nutritious breakfast.
He really wants you to try it. While Frute Brute was definitely the best of all four monster cereals, he was also the one that perhaps catered most to a sophisticated palate. Cherry is not a very common cereal flavor, and this was maybe a little bit above the grade of the kind of cereal the other monsters were trying to be. And although this resulted in perhaps one of the best breakfast cereals of all time, he was never quite as popular as his more accessible monster counterparts, with Chocula being chocolate, Boo Berry being blueberry, and Frankenberry being berries. Cherry was a little bit of a reach, especially because there wasn't another cereal quite like it at the time or since. Even on the commercials at the time, where the other three monsters all got to be friends with each other, Frute Brute was constantly treated with flagrant disrespect. While Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry all got to live in the castle and have breakfast together, Frute Brute was treated like a dog. Almost like he didn't have feelings too. Perhaps this pattern of disrespect is the reason that in 1982, General Mills committed one of the worst crimes towards breakfast in the history of this country. Because this was the year that Frute Brute was taken off of grocery store shelves and replaced with the breakfast time villain, the Yummy Mummy.
Fruity yummy mummy makes your tummy go yummy.
With the Mummy out there pushing jazzy beats and hip new cereal commercials, Frute Brute slowly faded more and more into obscurity. And while there was the occasional reference to Frute Brute in a few Quentin Tarantino movies, overall time marched forward without Frute Brute sitting on grocery store shelves or in the hearts or minds of breakfast cereal fans. Fast forward to 2011 and a miracle occurs. Along with the Halloween release of Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry for this limited time season, General Mills also filled the shelves with new versions of Frute Brute and the Yummy Mummy. This version was a little different though. While Frute Brute still came with his delicious cherry pieces and his delectable lime marshmallows, look at the makeover they gave him. Look at this fresh dew. He was ready to re-enter the game, and hopefully this time there would be room enough on the shelf. Enter me, a child in 2011, the perfect age for Frute Brute. These 3 months in 2011 are some of my favorite cereal-related memories. I fell head over heels for this cherry cereal and its mascot. To this day, Frute Brute holds a special place in my heart as a delicacy and quite frankly, the best cereal that I've ever tasted. But come Halloween 2012, tragedy strikes again. Here for only a season, just a fleeting moment, Frute Brute and the Yummy Mummy are gone. Gone from cereal shelves, back to their world of obscurity. Few will know the taste of this terrific cereal. And once again, time marches on. But this time I'm here, and I'm mad. In the years that followed, I spent countless hours, incalculable manpower, looking for any trace of Frute Brute that was left. And the thing about this is once you start looking, you realize how much the monster cereals are represented in other places, but never Frute Brute. Where is the Frute Brute merch? Why is it more common to find mini Yummy Mummy boxes than it is to find anything with Frute Brute on it. It's almost as if a big conspiracy is taking place within the cereal industry as a whole to get rid of Frute Brute and erase his memory from public consumption. Why would they do this? Well, maybe they know that the world wasn't ready for such a sophisticated cereal. Or maybe they know they'll never be able to duplicate the quality of this product in any other cereal that they have yet to put out. And so why even try? Leave Frute Brute as a forgotten piece of history, almost just a dream. Or so I thought. Last year for Halloween, General Mills released a new cereal called the Monster Mash. This was a collaboration of all 5 Monster cereals supposedly mashed together. On the cover, they were having a great time playing in a cool band. And while I was overall disappointed that Chocula, Boo Berry, and of course Frute Brute hardly were in the cereal at all.
So I just really feel like this is kind of a waste. Aside from the cool box, I think I would give it like a D+.
I'm going with a C+, much lower than I wanted to rate Monster Mash.
The art gave me hope for the first time in ages. Because when you look at this cool monster band, who's the coolest member? It's this dog playing the drums. Look at him go. Look at his overalls. Right on the box, front and center, was the man himself, happier than I'd ever seen him before. He lives. And for the first time in almost a decade, it was at least possible that justice would be served for breakfast. In last year's Monster Cereal Rundown video, I openly pleaded with General Mills to bring our boy back home and give him his own cereal back. Halloween season 2022, Frute Brute lives. He's here. That's right, Frute Brute is back with an all-new box, but I hope the same great cereal. I was beside myself with excitement at this announcement, because even though I've spent years hoping and praying and pushing for this, I never thought we'd actually see Frute Brute again. This version of Frute Brute was brought to you by popular artist KAWS in collaboration with General Mills. KAWS designed his own version of the 3 staple monsters that come out every year, but it seems like he decided the icing on the cake would be to make himself the one who brought Frute Brute back after his 10-year hiatus, with a box very similar to Frute Brute's original design, and I applaud him for this. As a Frute Brute fan who waited 10 years to get my hands on this cereal again, I can now say I am a future lifelong KAWS fan. So folks, sit down and let's have a look at Frute Brute 2022. We deserve it. I'm so nervous. Everything's been leading up to this. Welcome to Spooky Breakfast Time. I'm bursting with excitement to finally have Frute Brute in front of me for the first time in 10 years. Although he does have X's for eyes, in future years I would like to see Frute Brute get his eyes back. But at least they gave him his regular ears. Something I don't like about this release, pitting them against each other, which one is the best? I think we know. I think it's abundantly obvious who the best monster cereal is. There's also a contest going on with all of these boxes. You can enter to win a KAWS little figurine of one of the monsters. I don't know if it'll necessarily be the monster from the box you have, because the code is always the same on all the boxes. Call me old-fashioned, and I hope that I win. I've already entered. But I miss the days when just everybody would get a prize in their cereal box. Or, you know, we could do box tops. I could mail you the tops of all these boxes. Actually, I won't do that because I'm collecting the boxes now. The other thing is I have been hyping up Frute Brute for literally years, so it's possible, and I'm not saying likely, that my taste has changed a little bit, although who are we kidding, I still eat like a child. Let's take a look at the cereal itself. I heard a rumor that they aren't lemon themed anymore, which is very disappointing. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed. It definitely looks like it's cherry flavored. Just get this guy back in here. I can smell it from up here. It smells like cherries. Wow, smells like Ludens. Oh, it smells so good. So let's give a dry, now not lime marshmallow a little taste. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I was kind of hoping that I would be surprised. I'd be like, oh, what's everybody talking about? It does taste like lime, but it doesn't. It tastes like Lucky Charms. Cherry piece of the monster cereal. I always thought it was interesting that they all had little bats and ghosts instead of being, you know, the shape of the monster, because Frute Brute's a very handsome werewolf. You could have one shaped like his man counterpart and one shaped like his wolf counterpart. I feel like the only man that could be Frute Brute in real life, you know, when he's not a werewolf, is like Krusty the Clown. Look at those overalls. But on a dog, or a wolf as it were, very handsome. Okay, I think most cereal fans will actually be happy with this direction. That's not the original formula, I can tell you that right now. When I last had it, it hit you much more with that cherry taste. But there's definitely a cherry taste there, it's just kind of like faint. It's not like overpowering like it used to be. So I think people who just enjoy cereal will probably like that actually a little better. The jury's still out for me. Let's add a little milk. I'll admit that I'm probably biased. And I've already decided that I'm going to enjoy this. So this is gonna be a happy video. Moment of truth. Frute Brute 2022. Okay, last year we said that Frankenberry was a little bit overpowering, so I understand why they did this. This is very mild, but I think if I had a whole box of this, I think it'd be great. I can best compare this to Captain Crunch with a little bit of cherry flavor left over. And that's great. Listen, in the past, Frute Brute was a very unique cereal. And honestly, I think that seriously might be part of why he was taken off the shelf in the first place. This is not as strong as even like Frankenberry, for instance. There's two sides of my brain fighting right now. The side that's like, could you have really expected cereal to be that over the top delicious? And the other side of me that's like, yes, I do expect it. And I mean, I'm a child. This is the thing is I get very taken with like little silly things, like a cartoon werewolf. So the fact that he's here and he's back, it just really does it for me. Eating cereal has always made me nostalgic to begin with, but I'm feeling it extra hard for this. So the return of Frute Brute, I'm going to give an A+. However, I do wish it was the original formula, and for that, I'm gonna give the cereal inside of the A+ box a B+. There it is, and there's me, Editing Oliver here, ready to tell you that this video, thank goodness, was brought to you by DUBBY. We've talked about DUBBY on the channel before, but I'm really glad that it came through this time because I've been talking about how these edits are very intense and they take a long time, and with some of these videos, especially this one, I will be up between the hours of 3 and 4 in the morning, and then waking up bright and early to get started again to bring you the best possible content, and it is tiring. Look at my eyes. And that's where DUBBY comes in. If you don't know, DUBBY is an energy drink that comes in this little tub here that you can mix yourself at home. What's nice about DUBBY is that you can use it like any other energy drink when you go to the gym, when you go for a run. If you had a late night and now you're driving to work in the morning, it checks all of these boxes. But it's also really well known for giving you a razor sharp focus. Certain communities like gamers, and in my case professional video editors, like DUBBY because it makes us a little bit more sharp when we're spending a long time looking at a screen. I know in the past I've noticed my eyes glaze over, words start to jumble, but when I drink DUBBY, I have that nice clean focus. And the best part about DUBBY is there are no crashes afterwards. In fact, they're so confident they'll even tell you about their jitterless energy blend right on the tub itself. It also comes in a variety of different flavors, but my personal favorite is Dub Sludge, which is this lovely green one right here. And that's why we're recording on a phone in my kitchen now, instead of the usual is I'm actually making myself a little bit of DUBBY to get through the posting process of this video, and then I get to call it a day and find someone who can trim this beard and cut this hair. We're gonna take some spoonfuls. I like to do 2. Break out the water pitcher and let's pour it. And look at that nice color. I know you were expecting green, but it's pink, and that's pretty good. Stir it up. I like the stirring part because it reminds me of being a kid and drinking Kool-Aid or even Nesquik. All right, a couple ice cubes. Yeah, that's a couple. And of course, the best part about all of this is that you could be drinking DUBBY for 10% off with the info I'm gonna give you. Head on over to dubby.gg and use coupon code OliverTheRickets at checkout for 10% off of your DUBBY order and get yourself started. I can tell you, beyond being a friend and partner of this channel, they really are a helpful thing when you live a lifestyle like mine. So thank you very much, DUBBY. I'll let you get back to the Frute Brute. This one's so good, I'm not even kidding. Go to dubby.gg and use code OliverTheRickets for 10% off at checkout. Folks, don't just let my enthusiasm take up this whole video. Lord knows I'm not the only one who's been excited for Frute Brute to return. And since Frute Brute is meant to be shared, let's share some of my Frute Brute with some of the important people in my life. You could introduce yourself.
Yeah, I was waiting for I can introduce myself.
I'm excited. Before we begin, I do just want to let you know the proper precautions have been taken.
I'm on these sometimes. I sound like this because I think I'm dying. I'm not sure though.
And I have reached out to the General Mills Corporation about my allergies. Happy to tell you that as manufacturers and consumers, they understand my concern about potential allergens in the food I eat. We are good to go.
It's me, Jeremy Kessler.
My husband, Oliver, has been talking about this nonstop. We tried the other 3. I didn't love them. I don't think I've ever had cherry cereal before. Not necessarily the flavor that I think I would choose for my cereal.
I've heard of Frute Brute, mostly because of Oliver.
Do I support my husband in everything that he does, no matter how ridiculous it may be? Yes, I do.
This is the comeback story right here. I just wish he had regular eyes. I'm expecting this to be brutally honest with you. Get it? Brutally. I think it's gonna be gross.
It doesn't sound very appetizing, especially cherry and lime.
I don't like sugar. I had a milkshake recently and I felt sick the rest of the day.
I have to say though, I admire the ingenuity of the marketing departments of these cereal companies to just sell bread coated in sugar.
I think Frute Brute is in Pulp Fiction.
I should let it steep in the milk first, right?
Has everybody else done it? Cereal first or milk first?
Smell it.
Why?
Smell the bowl.
Oh, I thought you said smell them.
Marshmallows in here. Okay, this tastes like Fruit Loops.
Oliver has informed me it used to have lime. I wish it was still there because I think that would be very interesting. What have I vomited? Yeah, it's not that bad.
You know what it smells? It smells like Pop Rocks. So, here we go. It's fine. I like Frute Brute, but this is fine.
I wonder how they come up with this. Blueberry, I get. Count Chocula to an extent, I get. I'm not sure how werewolf and cherry mix.
I definitely like it more than the Frankenberry. I'm literally stopping this dog from jumping and eating this cereal.
It's not like a big outrageous flavor. It sounds like it used to be, but it's definitely not bad.
So they're not friends. He is at the end of the day a werewolf. So like, do you think he has problems like going to the potty and whatnot? Like, do you think if they're all hanging out, like Chocula's got to stop what he's doing to let Frute Brute out?
If I had to eat cereal, I would eat it again. There's not even cherry in it.
Overall, it's fine. I would probably have a regular sized bowl of this if there weren't many other cereal options for me.
This definitely was worth showering. I'm putting on a soup at 12:15 a.m. on a Monday for a bowl of Frute Brute.
Truly, this will be the best Halloween season yet, with Frute Brute back on the shelves and back in our hearts, even though for some of us, he never left. And although the formula has changed, and personally I would have preferred a stronger cherry taste, this was a wonderful surprise for Halloween, and I'm so filled with joy to see my favorite werewolf again. So to General Mills, I implore you, please, let's not make this a one-time thing. Let's keep this joy going. I love this cereal werewolf. I need him in my life every Halloween. Please make Frute Brute a seasonal regular again. The cereal community and the world as a whole will thank you for it. Just like I thank all of you guys for subscribing to this channel. I know that was shoehorned in. Please do consider subscribing. We talk about cereal and just food in general a lot here, as well as movies, TV, and just little things that tickle me throughout the day. It's all here. I'm trying to cover all of it, and your guys' support means the most in making that happen. Signing off, I'm a very fulfilled and very full Oliver the Ricketts, elated to be reunited with my favorite werewolf and my favorite cereal.
Yes, we have our special guest. This is Laddie. Are you ready?
Looks like Laddie's ready to eat the whole bottle.
He really is. You are such a good baby. Is that good? You wanna try one more? Wanna try one more? Well, it's dog approved. I don't know how much of it you would really want to give to your dog, but he seems to like it. Are you good? Is that good? Can I kiss? That's okay, I take one anyway.